coaching boxing is going to be JV rather than him being on your guys' sideline?
Yeah, it'll definitely be a little bit different. Obviously, playing for him for, 3.5 years for me, it'll be a change for sure. But, that's life. That's the NBA. Got to move on.
Obviously, changing coaches can be difficult, but did it help a little bit that the coach that came in is the coach that you came in as a rookie with?
Definitely, yeah. I think me and Kenny have great synergy. We were together for 4 years, four years of some change. I know him really well. Obviously, we've been through some losses, some wins. So it was definitely great to have him on our side.
What's the major difference between the two coaches that you've noticed so far?
Good question. Still early. Still super early. It's still preseason. We haven't played any real official games. I think the constant is they're both very competitive, hard workers. But like I said, we'll see. It's still super, super early.
Have these practices been like the practices you had in Brooklyn, or have they been some more nuanced than there were in Brooklyn?
Similar. I think in Brooklyn we had a younger team, so we had more teaching to do. I think this team is a little less teaching. Obviously, we've been together for a few years now. We've won a lot of games together, so he understands that. So he's stepping into a little bit of a different situation than Brooklyn was.
The aspect of just like keeping score and running the drills and all of that. How was that utilized with you guys in terms of increasing competition?
Yeah, just getting the compete level up is super important for our group and for anyone. Obviously we are competitive people. We want to win. So anytime you can kind of bring that into a practice setting and a practice environment, I think it helps the whole group.
Evan kind of talked about the off-ball and the cutting and stuff in this offense now, the randomness. How much are you a part of that as far as playing off-ball, and how much do you think that you're going to kind of dictate with the ball in your hands?
Yeah, I think it'll be similar to years past, playing off the ball, playing on the ball, being prepared to do both. Obviously with Don and Darius, you have to be prepared to play off the ball a lot because they're so good with the ball in their hands. So I think it'll be a mixture of both, very similar to how it's been.
Kenny mentioned that a big point of emphasis for him is developing that bench, right? How have you seen that maybe manifest early on as you guys approach the regular season?
I think the first preseason game that we played, it was like a 5-in, 5-out. So you kind of see him trying to establish us playing together. We played a lot together in training camp as well, kind of first group versus second group, trying to build that synergy and that chemistry that we already have, but just trying to build it a little bit more.
Kind of an open-ended question, but Kenny talked a lot about the big lineup and the spread lineup. Can you just kind of dig into the differences between the two and what kind of advantages you have with each?
Yeah, I think with the big lineup, obviously defensively, it's very hard to score on Ev and Jay down there when they're protecting each other, and then the guards are kind of protecting the perimeter. They can punish switches as well offensively, so it's hard to play small ball against that group. And then the spread lineup, obviously we come in, we play a little bit faster, shoot more threes, get the pace up a little bit. So it's, best of both worlds, honestly.
When it comes to the different spacing concepts that you guys are trying to instill this year, in what way do you feel like that will benefit you guys as a team the most?
Yeah, we have a lot of guys who can get in the lane, and then we have a lot of guys who can knock down shots as well. So spacing is paramount for any team in the NBA, especially for us, when you got those type of players.
How much different does the spacing feel? I know it's early on and all that, but how much different does it feel?
We'll see. We've I think the rotation guys have only played one preseason game. Obviously, we practice a lot, but games are different. So we're still looking forward to it. But so far, it seems like it's been a lot different.
In that preseason, the first two games, it feels like you guys had a lot of early shot clock shots. What's your philosophy on that, and do you agree with getting more shots up and for more possession?
Yeah, I think kind of the quicker that you shoot, the faster the pace is for the whole game. And we're still trying to search for great shots, but obviously we want to get up good looks, good threes, and attack the rim. And I think the more you attack the rim, the easier the threes become.
We talked a little bit about there being a little more freedom on the offensive end to kind of figure out where you fit in the concepts, but also just figuring out mistakes and corrections with that on your own, right? How does that help you as an offensive player grow your game, but also fit into the system?
Yeah, I think as a basketball player, you're not a robot. You know what I mean? We are players. Everyone has their own specific game. and we have freedom within the system to kind of do what we do best. So I'm looking forward to seeing how we all come together with it.
Tyson said yesterday that you guys won against the starters in a little matchup a couple of days ago. What does that mean for the competition level for this team, and how that's going to grow?
Yeah, it's always important for us to push each other. It's always important for the second unit to try to beat the first unit, because that only makes everyone better. You know, if no one is out there pushing each other, no one gets better. So I think it's super important, especially for any good team.
Kenny was talking about one of the biggest differences with you now versus when he had you defensively, and especially just since you put a lot more muscle on since he had you. How much do you feel that you're in a better place defensively than you are?
Yeah, I think kind of had to become a better defender once I left Brooklyn. I was kind of like first option, second option back then. So, you know, when you're top of the scouting report, it's not a lot asked of you on the other end of the floor. And I think, you know, as I've gotten here, we have other really good players. You kind of have to be a really good defender to be on the floor. So it's kind of a thing like adapt or die, you know what I mean?